Never mind about the gadgets, Bob.
The culinary world is a very strange, very wonderful place. There are so many delicious and interesting foods out there to talk about. But in discussing all this wonderful food, we often neglect its preparation. A lot of work goes into making a meal, and many different gadgets have been invented to help the process along. Some of them are practical, but others are just downright outrageous. Here are just 10 kitchen gadgets you won't believe exist.
I don't believe it.
Hamdogger.
That's like someone who doesn't like hamburgers or hot dogs.
Every summer barbecue starts with the question, hot dog or hamburger? Sometimes you just don't want to have to choose. In times like those, this $10 Amazon kitchen gadget will totally have your back. The Hamdogger is a hot dog-shaped tube that can be filled with ground beef, which can then be cooked on the grill. The result is a hot dog-shaped hamburger, and it's an absolute game changer. You eat it in a hot dog bun and top it with all your favorite hot dog condiments, but you still get that hamburger flavor you've been craving. It's the ultimate compromise. An added plus is that with the Hamdogger, you only have to buy one kind of bun, since both your hot dogs and burgers will fit into hot dog buns. Sure, it might sound a bit weird at first, but if you really think about it for a while, it actually starts to sound kind of awesome.
That does sound pretty awesome.
If you're a fan of barbecuing, you definitely want to get your hands on a couple of these before summer rolls around, so that you can start experimenting as soon as possible, or playing pranks on people. If you think the Hamdogger is ridiculous, you're absolutely right. But that's why it's so fun. Not only does it add a fresh twist to the tired barbecue menu, but it also opens up the floor for a whole lot of humor and entertainment. At the very least, it would make for a fantastic gag gift for any barbecue fans you know and love. The Hamdogger is available online. Check out the link in the description below.
Took me my whole life to realize it, but I love barbecuing.
Carrot peeler and sharpener.
He ruins Thanksgiving, uses my leg razor to peel his carrots.
Having a tool on hand that allows you to peel carrots is important. Technically, you could probably opt to use some generic kitchen tool, like a potato peeler, but why take the boring way out? Available on Amazon, this funky little gadget is specifically to be used on carrots. It's appropriately colored orange and looks like one of those little pencil sharpeners that can be found next to the pencil crayons in every second grade classroom. As you've probably gathered from the name, the carrot peeler and sharpener not only peels carrots, but also sharpens them. The sharpener gives them that classic carrot contour and leaves them looking like something pulled straight from a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
What's up, Doc?
You're probably wondering when this could ever possibly be useful. To be honest, we kind of are too. Maybe if you're making a fancy veggie platter for a party and want everything to look Instagram ready. Or maybe if you're a food blogger who likes to include aesthetic pictures of vegetables in their posts. Okay, so it might not be the most useful kitchen gadget out there, but we both know you still kind of want one anyways.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And if that's true, you can find the link for it in the description below. Open Sesame Bagel Slicer.
Open
Sesame.
Magic, bagel puns, efficiency? This kitchen gadget has it all. Bagels are notoriously difficult to slice. Not only is cutting them a bit awkward due to their shape, but you also have to use a pretty sharp knife. It's a recipe for disaster. That's why the Open Sesame Bagel Slicer is such an ingenious creation. It's simple to use. All you need to do is insert the bagel and it will hold it upright for you. That way, you're free to slice your bagel without having to worry about losing a finger in the process.
You want to cut off our fingers?
However, its practical use is just a bonus. The real reason why this product is so great is its overall design. It's a play on the classic magician cutting his assistant in half trick. The Open Sesame Bagel Slicer has detailing on it to make it look like a chest. Your lovely assistant's head protrudes from one side, and her feet, in cute little heels, protrude from the other. When you slice your bagel in half, you get to play at being the magician, because it looks like you're cutting the assistant in half as well. Breakfast and a show. You probably thought bagels couldn't get any better, yet here we are.
Toss me an apron, let's bagel.
Hotdog Slicers.
Wow, hot dogs are awesome!
Taking care of kids is hectic, especially when it comes to meal times. Due to this, you want all of your meal prep to be simple and efficient. Hot dogs are always a favorite among kids, and many adults too, and they're super easy to prepare. However, you may often find yourself cutting them into bite-sized pieces, whether it's to mix them into something else or just to make it easier for your kids to eat. Regardless, this takes time that you probably don't have. Enter Hotdog Slicers.
It's so beautiful!
Not only do they make slicing hot dogs quick and easy, but they add an entertainment factor that your kids will love. They're shaped like, get this, wiener dogs, and even come with a bowl resembling a dog food bowl that can be filled with whatever condiment your child prefers. They're also made of plastic, and the absence of sharp blades makes them very kid-friendly. Simply place the hot dog in the hot dog-shaped indent on the colored base, then press the wiener dog down on top of it. And voila! Dinner is served.
Dinner is served.
Hotdog slicers are available online. The link is provided below. Egg Perfect Egg Timer.
Chill, I'm boiling some eggs over here.
Hard-boiled eggs are supposed to be one of the easiest foods to prepare, but who here can honestly say that they've never cut into an egg only to find that they had over or undercooked it? Moms seem to have the ability to sense exactly when an egg is perfectly boiled. It's like a superpower or something. But those among us who only pretend to be fully functioning, put-together adults have slightly more trouble with this. If you can relate, then you'll love this product. It's called the Egg Perfect Egg Timer and is only $11 on Amazon.
That's a good deal.
The timer is egg-shaped and it has a scale printed on it, with the outermost value being soft, the middle value marked medium, and the innermost value being hard. These labels refer to how cooked the yolk of the egg will be. You place the timer in the pot of boiling water alongside the eggs you wish to cook, and watch as it changes color from light to dark red. The color change spreads from the outside in, and the location of the color boundary on the scale indicates how cooked the eggs are. Once the timer reads the level of cooked you want the yolks of your eggs to be, you know they're done. It's simple, but genius.
It's so simple, it's brilliant!
Farm animal pot lid lifts.
Well, some kind of farm animal anyway.
It's the oldest story in the cookbook. 1 minute, everything's fine. The next, the pot containing whatever delicacy you were preparing has boiled over. It's messy, and if any guests happen to observe the mishap, slightly embarrassing. Technically, you could just check to make sure that you've placed the lid in such a way that there's room for steam to escape, but where's the fun in that? No, the superior solution is purchasing farm animal pot lid lifts. These little guys are made of silicone and shaped like various farm animals. We've got chickens, pigs, and sheep, and guess what? They're all adorable.
So adorable.
Each lid lift has a notch on the bottom, which should perfectly fit on the lip of pretty much any pot out there. This way, when you place the lid on top, there will be space between it and the pot that allows for air circulation and prevents overboils. So, not only are they super cute, but they're super handy too. As an added bonus, since they're made of silicone, they're dishwasher friendly, so washing them is no problem. Farm animal pot lid lifts can be bought on World Market and come in sets of 3. Each set costs about $7, which is the kind of price we like to see. These fancy pot lids are available online. Check out the link below.
This is good price, no?
5-blade herb scissors.
That's a lot of blades!
Adding herbs and spices is a quick and easy way to take a meal from good to great. However, anyone who has ever tried to cut fresh herbs themselves knows that it's a tedious job. These 5-blade herb scissors make the process so much more efficient. To be perfectly honest, they look slightly threatening, and it's probably a good idea to keep them out of reach of children and anyone even remotely prone to clumsiness. Dangers aside, the 5 sets of blades make cutting herbs an absolute breeze. They ensure that the herbs are finely chopped, making it look as though you put tons of effort into preparing them. And as far as anyone knows, you absolutely did.
Our little secret.
5-blade herb scissors can be purchased on, you guessed it, Amazon, and are relatively cheap. Additionally, they come with a sheath made to cover the 5 sets of blades. You'll be grateful for that when it saves you from multiple cuts next time you're rummaging around a kitchen drawer for some elusive item. On top of protection, the sheath can also be used to remove any pieces of herb that got stuck between the blades of the scissors, so that nothing goes to waste. Overall, any mildly lazy chef could benefit from this weird, but definitely useful kitchen gadget.
Well, that could be very useful.
Pancake Pen. Some might consider this gadget to be absolutely unnecessary. Those people lack a sense of fun. Yet another Amazon find, and a $10 one at that, is the Pancake Pen, which will add an element of creativity to any breakfast. The container gets filled with pancake mix, which can be squeezed out of a fine point that's perfect for drawing creative designs. It even has a cover, which serves to keep your kitchen clean throughout the cooking process. While the Pancake Pen can be enjoyed by pretty much anyone, it's especially perfect for parents with small children. Your kids will love having their breakfast served in a creative fashion.
Breakfast is served.
If you're feeling ambitious, you can even let them make requests for what designs they want to see next. You don't need to be a great artist to have fun with this. Just let the creative juices flow and see where they take you. This tool might not be the most useful, and it doesn't really serve to make cooking easier, but out of all the entries on this list, it probably is the one that would be the most entertaining to actually use. And for that reason, we are absolutely here for it.
Yes, Queen.
Silicone stretch lids.
Put a lid on it, Simpson.
Gone are the days of single-use plastic bags and plastic wrap. The push to go green is stronger than ever, and these silicone lids are a great way to contribute to the movement. Initially, they may seem kind of silly, but if you really think about it, they're actually incredibly practical. Silicone stretch lids are incredibly versatile and can be stretched to cover many different food items. If you find yourself with a bowl of leftovers, but there are no Tupperware lids to be found, seriously, where do they go?
Tell me where they went and you won't be in trouble.
You can seal in the freshness with one of these. Did you somehow misplace the lid for the jar of pasta sauce while making spaghetti? Silicone stretch lids have got you covered. Sorry, but the pun pretty much wrote itself. The most innovative use for these covers is also probably the most useful. They can be put directly onto certain foods, such as melons or pineapples. This is awesome because it prevents waste, which is yet another way this product is environmentally friendly. The little tabs on the sides of each lid allow for easy application and removal. Like most of the other items on this list, silicone stretch lids can be found on Amazon. They can be purchased in several different sizes, and a set of 7 will only put you back about $30. All in all, they seem like a pretty sound investment. And if that's an investment you're willing to make, check out the link in the description below for your own silicone stretch lids.
Jerry, we thought you were bringing us an investment.
Spaghetti twirling fork.
It's spaghetti.
The spaghetti twirling fork is exactly what the name implies, a battery-powered fork that will twirl your spaghetti into the perfect bite-sized serving. It turns on and off with the simple press of a button, and the metal fork head is removable and dishwasher-friendly. At first glance, this seems like a gag gift or something little kids would have fun using. Both those uses are perfectly valid. In fact, this fork might encourage kids who are picky eaters to eat their pasta without a fight. It might help keep things clean as well, as spaghetti is a notoriously messy meal when it comes to children. However, the spaghetti twirling fork could actually be quite useful for adults as well.
I didn't know that. Tell me more.
Anyone with poor manual dexterity or mobility issues in their hands or wrists may find that twirling their spaghetti could be a very difficult task. This motorized fork can make eating far easier and allow them to enjoy their meal that much more, because eating pasta should never ever be a chore. Everyone should be able to enjoy eating the world's greatest comfort food.
What are you eating?
Spaghetti. I'm carbo loading.
Stick around and tap that screen to check out one of our other great videos. And if you're here for the first time, we'd love it if you'd subscribe to our channel. Go ahead and swat that subscribe button and ding that notification bell. If you're interested in trying any of these gadgets, check out the links in the description below.